Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Electric Tabletop. I'm your host, Minen, and I'm joined with my usual co-host today, Plusle. Say hi, Plusle.
Hi, Plusle.
Alright, today we are moving into our very final part of our Pokemon Generation 7 review. In our previous parts, we went over the primary parts of the Pokédex, which included the starters, Tapu Leles, Tapus. Why did I single out one of them? Tapus and the Ultra Bees. So we've arrived at the box art cover Legendaries, and with Necrozma, because Necrozma is part of the trio. So we're going to be discussing them today, and we're going to start off with Solgaleo. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think before we can even
Talk about them.
yes, we must revisit the epic trailer that came out.
Oh, that reveal, yes.
Yes.
At
the
the time it was epic.
at the time we first of
Rave
all,
reviews
just
for
to
Soul.
note that Sun and Moon, during the Sun and Moon era, Pokemon, they fed us well.
Yeah.
Too much, right? In the first trailer we got starters and we got the box legendaries. We
Box
got the
art cover Legendaries.
yes,
Yeah.
the legendaries.
I like it. I don't like. In contrast to what Sword and Shield is doing, we got them in the second announcement. We didn't get them in the first. No, that's not true. We got them
Yeah,
in the
we
first.
did.
We did. Yes.
Yeah,
So
what
it's
are
a
we talking
usual.
about?
It's
It's
a
a-
usual formula.
Yes.
So when I first saw Solgaleo, of course, in general consensus, Solgaleo was the favorite of the two. Do I agree? I try not to say who is my favorite box art cover legendary or the main legendary of the generation. I try not to say who my favorite is, because I think the thought has gone into both designs to make each of them special. So I don't like to say which one is my favorite.
My one thing with Solgaleo, I've always had a little issue with it, is its mouth.
I don't.
It has no teeth.
I like that it doesn't have any teeth.
It's just the mouth.
I
It
love
just
that
only
it's
has
just-
these. Its teeth and lips are kind of in one.
I like it. I
You
think
like
it's,
it?
Yes.
That
For
has always
something,
bugged me.
to me, it gives
The
it
mane
as
is stunning though.
phenomenal. For me, the mount gives me very Zoid, and I like that. I like
The
Zoid
mount has
is one
always
of my
bothered me.
favorite franchises, and I love when certain Pokemon give me that Zoid feeling, and Mega Manectric is one of them. I think Mega Manectric is my favorite Mega.
That was the only thing with Solgaleo.
But other than
the
that,
mouth and
it's a strong design, beautiful
Definitely.
color palette. We didn't get the typing, and a lot of
We-
fans were
I
wondering what
wanted
typing,
it.
what it.
I wanted, when I first saw Solgaleo and Lunala, I desperately wanted the cosmic / space type.
Yes,
I wanted it so
badly.
bad.
I'm just
I
saying,
was-
if we're gonna. We introduced Fairy previous
I was in-
generation, and this generation was setting
When
up
I
for
s-
another typing, and we just say, alright, it has to
When
be
we-
cosmic, it has to
yeah.
be space, it has
It's
to be
getting
something
so,
new.
and then we got Ultra Beast missed opportunity. I was immensely disappointed when it was really Recycling.
It was like, it was a little bit let down. It was disappointing.
I was hugely disappointed.
But
And
we're not
Ultra
ready
Beast-
for a new type,
And, the
and I
Ultra
don't think a
Beast
new type
were,
will come.
They were missed opportunity to be cosmic, to introduce this new type of cosmic space. I think that's the most feasible type left.
Yes, it's a cosmic, very alien-like space age cyber.
And one of my favorite archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh were the alien
worms.
was
it
it
worm?
worms
Worm.
and alien.
Yeah,
They had-
yes, alien was a new typing. I remember when they just
No,
introduced
it's not a
it.
new type. It was a group.
No, alien is a type.
Alien is not a type.
You have attribute and type, and you have alien. Yes.
The alien was an archetype.
No, the alien is a typing. We'll confirm that later on, but yeah,
anyways,
but-
I loved cosmic horror.
Yes, and we wanted that in Pokemon, but going back to our designer with Solar Galeo, very constructed, done well, beautiful color palette selection. It's ferocious, it's intimidating, it's majestic, it's everything. I was a little bit, we in Generation 6 we already did a lion, and then Gen 7 we did legendary line.
Yeah.
So that back to back to me, I think, was a little bit. But like I said before, or I never said this, but there's a whole lore, an alchemic lore with Sun and Moon, and you can check out Noggin. Sorry, Lockstin, if I butchered her name, but he has a whole selection of videos on the lore of Sun and Moon. Alright, so of course, as with every other game, we don't get one but two legendaries, and the companion legendary was Lunala. And to my earlier statement, I usually am not biased with who I prefer, but naturally I usually go with the legendary that is the least received, or is received less than their counterpart.
Yeah.
In this case, it was Lunala. Nothing wrong with the design, but I definitely think in a male-dominated fan base, we tend to go for the more masculine energy or masculine design. The one that's more powerful, the one that is more ferocious, the one that is more dominating, and that will be Solgaleo. Whereas in Lunala, the more feminine, the more elegant, the more sophisticated design is the one that's chosen less. But I love Lunala, and its Psychic Ghost, I think, was a missed opportunity. It could have, I'm not sure where else it could be, but I definitely think that Lunala is a very beautifully constructed Pokemon. I love the stars that dangle from the wings. I love the sickle-shaped tail. I love the crescent moon head. It's all these Starry Night references that hold the design together, and it represents its theme well. Do you like what about the torso?
The skeletal torso.
Yes, something very ghastly about it, and that too what Lunala does, and I think Lunala represents its typing well and its motives well. Good job to whoever designed Lunala, because it screams the theme very silently, you know, oxymoron play. But box art legendaries are always well constructed, and like I said, to conclude the trio was Necrozma. Necrozma was teased a bit in the first installment of the games, and then it became a part of the
true relevancy
in
or
this
importance to the story wasn't fully revealed.
I love Necrozma. I love the idea that its concept is based off a prism, again representing the lore and motive well. I love that it's a purely black palette, but there are things within its design that breaks it up. It's these white lines and these small shades of gray with reflections of pure white. You go to its face and you see where there is color there, representing when a light passes through prism, the colors are created. Very geometric Pokemon. I love angles, I love sharp lines. Necrozma does that well.
I'm a bit on the... I like Necrozma. My hope you like... I'm not a huge fan of geometric lines, and
it's not busy though, and that's what I love. It is
going back. I hated Zeb Strikeout. It was too many lines, and it was so. It looked like a kindergartner drew it.
Yeah, but Necrozma does it better.
Yeah, Necrozma is. I think
the lines are working for it, and
because of its concept, it's based on a prism.
Yes, and a prism is angular, very angular.
It's geometric.
Yes, and whereas in Zeb Striker was broken up by very bold white lines, Necrozma is broken up by very thin white lines. So the focus is still on its body, whereas in the spine lines complement its shape. And then some very good design, but it doesn't end there, because Necrozma does have another form, Ultra Necrozma.
It has three forms.
It has three forms. Ultra Necrozma, which in game I didn't like. Official artwork does it better.
What about the Solgaleo and Lunala fusion?
I just think it redundant because we had black and white. Yes. So I wasn't really gonna talk about them, but I guess it is a part of their line. So
Who do you think? Who do you think was? Where did they get it better? Was it with Gen 5 with Reshiram and with Kyurem, or Silgal and Lunala with Necrozma?
Kyurem.
Which gen did you prefer?
Gen 5's or the originator. I definitely prefer I prefer them. They did it better. Their combination was done better. Whereas in Lunala and Solgaleo were basically wearing the Necrozma armor, and for me, Reshiram and Zekrom, the Kyurem combinations were a little bit thought of better. But the Ultra Necrozma form, on its official artwork, on paper, it's stunning. It didn't translate well into the games, but artwork, I think it embraces a supreme deity form, and I love it. Exactly. It's in a class by itself, and yeah, I think this really was the icing on the cake for Gen 7.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it. Looking at it now, I think it's a stunning design, and good job. They always do Legendaries.
The wings, though.
I like the wings.
They taper really thin to the body. How is that working?
But it's not meant to work because it represents a higher being, and a lot of things can't be understood. They're not functional because it's not meant for humans to understand its formation. It's on
Pokemon has had anatomic problems.
Yes, before, but I think it's for the sake of the design, and they can get away with it. But I definitely think when it comes to Legendaries, they're on another plane of understanding that we're not ready to comprehend yet. But all in all, for me, Pokédex wise, what was introduced in Generation 7, it's one of the best. My favorite will always be Generation 3, but if I was supposed to pick another generation to stand for, Generation 7 would be it. So thank you everyone for watching. If you have not seen the other parts to this series, I will link them here in the description box, as well as being popped up at the end of the screen, some of them. So please check them out. Please like, share and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.